Hi, I'm Harriet, and I write and podcast about the psychology of eating disorders. I've personally recovered from bulimia and have worked as a therapist for 20 years. I hope to inspire, educate, and improve understanding about eating disorders through my writing and audio. Names used are fictional, and stories shared are a combined insight of many client experiences. I believe that full recovery is possible for everyone. So, in this week's episode, I'm talking about 7 healthy hacks I love, which don't include cold plunges or 4 a.m. wake ups. Okay, so number 1, connection is everything. So, when I created my vision board for 2025, I carved out a ginormous chunk for relationships alone. And I've always prioritised friendship and connection, unwittingly absorbing the importance of this from childhood. So thank you to my mum there for role modelling this as an essential life component as I simply followed in suit. I'm intentionally even more conscious of the value of relationships these days, hence the vision board cutouts of all my favourite people, and it's a helpful reminder to prioritise deep connections consistently. Meaningful connections are life's gold. They bring lower rates of anxiety and depression. They help boost self-worth and empathy. You'll feel more positive and hopeful about the world, as healthy relationships can give a feeling of trust and safety. Great friendships often bring laughter and camaraderie, and all these benefits are hugely boosting for the immune system, can help you recover from illness and arguably lengthen your life. And centenarians are living proof of this. In their different communities, they remain bonded and connected. They're not living in isolation, but remain attached to their support system. So I believe that the depth of connection is vital. You might have numerous superficial relationships, but if you're not truly seen or heard, then you can feel incredibly lonely. So even 1 or 2 close connected, meaningful relationships can enhance mood and calm the nervous system substantially. Number 2, finding my inner zen. Now, developing a calm nervous system, as we know, is vital for well-being. And I aim for the default setting of the St. Bernard dog, as described in the Maudsley Animal Model. So if you don't know about the Maudsley Animal Model, you can Google it, okay? Or you can click on the link if you are looking at the Substack version of this post here. You can click on the link. So I don't always achieve the St. Bernard calmness, but it's my life goal. Now, if you're not aware of the model, simply reflect on all the wonderful qualities that a peaceful St. Bernard dog embodies: strength, warmth, stability, peacefulness. Now, I'm fortunate to genetically be in possession of a calm temperament, although this may be attributed more to the warm nurturing I received in my early life years. Now, particularly, I was blessed in spending significant time with my maternal grandmother, who really showered me with unconditional love. But once in secondary school, I was conditioned with striving and performing on the dopamine treadmill of seeking worthiness and achievement through outside validation, through grades, appearance, and social groups. So this definitely continued into adulthood, and I would sometimes get close to burnout from spinning too fast on the hamster wheel of life. And I developed bulimia as a coping in all the hecticness. These days, I'm intentional in creating a calm and balanced life for myself. So this involves having boundaries with work commitments and allowing plenty of time for downtime and peace. And I would describe myself as an extroverted introvert. I love seeing people, but also need time away to restore and rebalance. I seek out mindful activities around my work commitments, aiming to be present without overstimulation. And I embrace a slower pace of life, with deeper appreciation of the little moments, rather than spinning so fast that I miss the whole journey. Number 3, having purpose and meaning in daily life. Now, I love to feel inspired and optimistic. I love to absorb new learnings and information. I adore personal development and raising self-awareness, and I love to support others on this journey too. So I've been fortunate to find a passion with therapy work in my 20s and have gained huge satisfaction and immense enjoyment from this career. Now, early on in my life, my working life, my people-pleasing tendencies stunted my growth and resulted in personal frustration and resentment. And I blocked myself from pursuing a path that I intuitively knew was better for me. Now, I'm hugely grateful for a very stimulating career in the NHS, but I also sense that entrepreneurship suited me far better. And thankfully, I do this today. I enjoy the risks and the freedom, and I love the creativity. And I appreciate being my own boss and in the driving seat of my business. And it took me time to give myself permission to lean into this fully. Again, looking to centenarians for longevity, they are often tending to a garden or animals or pursuing a loved craft. They have distinct purpose that gets them out of bed. They feel important and valued. Number 4, having a peaceful relationship with food. So if you're controlling your food and trying to create a perfect menu of all the right ingredients for your gut bacteria and waistline, you might be in a situation where the anxiety of getting it right is causing you a monumental amount of stress. Now, although it's sensible to prioritise wholesome nutrition and self-caring eating, if you're agonising over food choices and self-punishing daily with critical thoughts and huge anxiety, then you're probably in a heightened state of stress. And you're ready to flee the bear with cortisol and adrenaline coursing through your body. Critical thoughts often lead to punishing behaviours such as binge eating or purging or endless overexercise, which does not lead to a happy, healthy place. So the 10 intuitive eating principles offer a helpful framework for greater food peace and valuing the broader picture of health, rather than fixating on exercise and perfect eating. Number 5, an intentional relationship with alcohol. I rarely drink alcohol these days, and I've never really had a problem with alcohol, but I do recognise that my mental health is suboptimal when drinking regularly. After drinking, my energy levels are low, focus and concentration are impacted, mood dips, and my relationship with food is disrupted, low blood sugar, cravings, and out of sync appetite. Now, if it's a special occasion or dancing maybe, I'll intentionally choose to drink with joyful rapture and 100% enjoyment of the experience. But I prefer alcohol not to be part of daily life. I love feeling energised and clear-headed over the short-term benefits of experiencing a delicious but temporary escape from the world through drinking. Number 6, movement for fun. Growing up on a farm, I've always enjoyed activity, but never motivated by calories and aesthetics. Climbing trees and building obstacle courses with my siblings filled my youth. And at university, I embraced mountain biking and clubbing. Then through the child-raising early years, it was occasional runs and regular walks. Around 10 years ago, I started strength training alongside beginners parkour and dabbling in Ninja Warrior. And today I train 3 times a week in a non-aesthetic focused gym. It's incredibly social and encouraging, and I absolutely prioritise rest and downtime so I can show up with high energy to train. And parkour has been fun and mentally liberating, and I thought it was too late to learn to backflip, but apparently not. And number 7, staying centred and in my own lane. As a recovering people pleaser, staying grounded in my own wisdom has felt like an unnatural thing to do. In my earlier life, I would always look to others for guidance and would seek reassurance around every decision. I had no trust in my inner wisdom and compass. Having made some impactful personal life decisions in recent years, which went against the best advice from loved ones with kind intentions, I've had to dig deep and truly strengthen my connection to my inner knowing and self-trust. And it has been extremely scary, but also life-enhancing to a phenomenal degree. These days, I mostly feel very centred and aligned with my values. Regular quiet time, journaling, non-stimulation, nature walks, and being peaceful in my own thoughts all help with this. So what wellness hacks help you outside of the 4 a.m. cold plunge usual recommendations? Do let me know.